guys and probably groomed to Bonanno guys, a lot of them flipped. Colombo, Gambino guys as well. Who actually made it out of the crew? Who made it into the life? Who got made? And who's actually out and thriving or out, maybe in jail, about to come out soon? Who of that crew actually didn't flip and is out and thriving? Anybody?
Yeah, there's about 10 to 12 of them that are made.
Okay.
There's not like one, like the other farm crews, whatever the fuck you call them. There's not one person. There's 12, maybe 11.
Yeah.
And a couple of them are coming out too. So back to people, I hate the comparisons anyway. I don't want to start no shit. I'm not that fucking guy. They get here, my farm team was better than you. I don't give a fuck. I could only talk about what I know about us.
40 guys.
Well, let me tell you something. I talked to
a big deal,
Well, yeah. Well. Then again, to other people's defense, we covered the whole Ridgewood. We covered Middle Village, Glendale. You go to places like Bensonhurst, there's blocks. And there's a lot of tough kids. So even if there's 10 of them, they're tough.
Yeah.
So let's give them that kind of credit. You know what I mean? But I talked to a friend of mine. That was part of that. We're still friends today.
Yeah.
He doesn't give interviews at all. Doesn't want to.
Yeah.
He was part of that Bath Avenue Beach crew.
Yeah.
And he's a really nice guy. I like him a lot. He's doing really well in life. And he hasn't never gotten in trouble since those days.
Yeah.
So you guys could figure out who it is, but I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah.
And I asked him one time, he goes, we were tough. He goes, but those 20th Avenue kids, my cousin Dino's crew, and them, they would have rolled all over us. They wanted to go there one time. I don't know how true that is. I don't know nothing about. I'm from Queens. I'm not from Brooklyn, so I don't know. But that's what he was saying. So who's better to know than somebody that was in that clip?
Well, you had family relations. Let's talk a little bit about the 20th Avenue crew. That was pretty serious. Calabro.
Well, me and Dino's mom are first cousins.
Okay.
She's a Fiordilino. His uncle was like my uncle. We got the same uncle.
Dino Calabro, right?
Dino Calabro, not Saraceno. That's his cousin. They're first cousins.
Got it.
His dad, Dino's dad, my cousin Dino's dad, and the other Dino's mom are brothers and sisters.
Got it. Dino Calabro is a serious guy. Can you give a little bit about him?
Well, yeah, he's a serious guy, but he's one of them guys that I if I have to put top 5 of the kids growing up in that, if you gave a hit to do or something to do, Vito and Dino they'd have you dead in a minute. Very calculating, very smart, low speaking. He didn't speak much. He doesn't speak much, and he looks like he couldn't do anything. But then, surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
And
then he won.
Very old. Although he grew up around Americans, a lot of zip qualities.
But he wanted flipping.
Aside from ratting,
Well, I mean, I know for obvious reasons, but why specifically do you think he flipped?
I don't know, man. He was in trouble. I don't know. But I don't know if he had a death penalty case as well. I'm assuming he did. There was a cop involved, and then there was a correction. I think an armored truck guy involved too. I don't know. One day I'd ask him.
Yeah. Now, I mean no disrespect by this, Frank, but I've interviewed a lot of guys in the life, and it kind of ends with like, oh, I was facing this, so I did this, or I got screwed, I did that. With the fullest respect, you surprised by this? Like you knew you were going to face football numbers.
Yeah. It was definitely
bags. Like walk me through that a little bit.
Well, it was definitely. Was he with jail or a debt? I get it.
What I'm getting at is, what? I'm an entrepreneur, right? And I'm going to invest $100,000.
Well, what did you expect? Or you're going to get into?
I get it. I'm either going to make millions of dollars or I'm going to go broke. But when I go broke, it's like, and if I got a way to get out of it, oh man, I went broke. But like, let me hurt somebody else as a result. What I'm saying is,
I don't know.
I knew what the outcome in the game was. You and Dino and these other guys. So like, why was it a surprise when you had big numbers, or surprise when somebody screwed you, or surprise that you were around?
I wasn't surprised. I knew what happened with me. I got a lot of time. I didn't want to do it. Yeah. And that was it. Okay, that's that.
But
I also
you're
thought,
honest about it though.
all
Frank.
right, forget about that. But I listen.
No, but Frank, what I'm saying is, and you're
Say it.
okay. You're honest about it. You're saying, you know what? I didn't want to do the time. I
Well, I didn't
talked
want to
to
get
10 other
deported either.
guys, and all of a sudden, it's like,
Yeah, I know. I heard them all. You know, my girlfriend was getting, my friend was banging my girl. I wasn't getting enough money.